who should be the man rather than the girl at the beginning? It is my assuming. Maybe it's not the truth. Let's see what will happen later. And my little sister, with whom I'd never had a pleasant word, had made my favorite ice cream stew and favorite cream stew and fried shrimp just for me. They made me sit at the table. They peeled tangerines for me. They were crucially kind. It was an impressive display. At this point, a little thought occurred to me about my new driver license, which was still stuffed away in my pocket. What? I'm really confused. I don't know what happened now. And so that perhaps things would end for the license without it ever having known any news. And surrounded by a trail of still lit strange smiles, I kept that thought as if it were someone else's business. With this passion, ambiguity, and totally disinterest. Protagonist, January 2005. Oh, this is how I can save. I think maybe I can just save it here. Can I do anything? Ultimate display. No, I don't think I want to change anything here. Let's move on. A new year began and I returned to the hospital. But on this way, instead of my usual 12 room, I ended up in a conference room of sorts. They took me there. And then my father and the doctors had a little talk. I joined in while they talked to me. So this was their so-called announcement. They said it in a terribly roundabout fashion, but they told me that I was going to die. No, I see. That was my only reply. I had no other words. It was the only thing that left my mouth from beginning to end. And the doctor's ballpoint pens flew across paper as if in response to my words. Those were probably Hope's enrollment procedures. Business like to the last. My father was the same. So it's this simple was the only real thought I had. That day I was transferred from 4F to 7F, from a 6-person room to a private room. It was a little different from the other wards, this 7F. First of all, the floors were sparkling clean, and second of all, the ceiling was higher than I'd ever seen it. The rooms were very nice and had large windows from which the warm daylight streamed in as if by design. But the windows only opened a little. I tested them out and my head would just barely fit out of one. The color of my ID bracelet had changed as well. The bracelet that I had worn ever since that first hospitalization, the one that had my name and blood type recorded on it. The color had now changed from blue to white. a high ceiling, a white winging bracelet, a window that would not open for more than 15 centimeters. The TV program celebrating the New Year was still playing when I was transferred into the 7F, and it was at the dawn to the very year that I met her from the first time.
Narcissu 冬7階
This was this place kind of a lounge at one side of the corridor, crossing from the nurses' station. This generally deserted place held a few couches and chairs, as well as a large TV. Stupid programs commemorating the New Year were still being broadcast on the 28-inch screen. And there was a girl who looked absolutely bored watching that absolutely boring TV. A short, in pink pajamas, a white bracelet on her wrist, just eye like mine, impressively long hair and that almost reached down to her hips. Hey, do you find that interesting? There was no deep purpose in the asking. Simply, I had nothing else to do, so I started talking to her.
別に
Not really, she said. Was her only reply to me. She didn't turn to face me at all, and she kept looking with boredom at the TV as if I didn't even exist, and then don't watch it. Even as I thought this, I sat down in a chair next to her, and side by side we watched TV, nothing else to do. Why this is the screen is in grey color? I really hope that it should show the girl's image. So we sat there silently and watched TV. So the New Year celebration programs, as per usual, are useless. Wait me a second. I just continue now. New Year celebration programs, as per usual, and useless arrow comedians and auditors. So, and ever so often, the MC stupid.
あなた
Tell me. The girl suddenly started to talk to me, but her eyes were always glued to the TV screen.
あなた何回目
How many times I did for you now? What do you mean by that? I asked.
ここに7階に来たの
How many times have you come here to the 7th floor? Sorry, I have no clue what you are talking about. That's what I think as well.
そう初めてなんだね
See, so it's your first time then. So she'd seen my confusion about her question and come to the right conclusion.
じゃあ他に誰もいないし私の役目だから
Then since there's no one else around, and since it's my first duty,
そういうルールなの。
there's this clue. Nodding slightly, she explained that the rule was that someone here should tell newcomers the truth. I knew nothing, I understood even less. And as if I did not even exist, she slowly started her speech.
してじゃあ、
Then listened closely. Her words, spoken methodically one by one, were great, a little different from all the ones I'd heard from the doctor about this place. In the business-like syntax, they told me this is a place where one waits for medical advances. This is a place where one holds one's heart, and perhaps they might have been correct in a general sense. But according to the girl, that was just the part line. The truth was that this 7th floor was the only place in the hospital where medical treatment did not take place. What? This was just a place where you wait for your life to come to an end. Those were her words to me. I'd thought so as well. I'd felt it even before she'd spoken.
私、
See, this is my
2 回
second
目だ
time.
が
Second time doing what?
ここに来るの。
Coming here. And then she explained to me. And nobody on the 7th floor stayed here from initial hospitalization all the way until death. While there was zero possibility of being cured, you were sent home if your condition was stable. But if it was again, you'd be returned here. That circle ended only in death. Whether it was at home or here on the 7th floor, always one of the two. You were going to die, no way to escape it seemed. And without meaning permitting her very word, she informed me that this was her second time up here.
じゃあ、一度しか言わないから、
I'm only going to say this once,
ここからは
so listen closely now. She continued speaking, all the while staring at the black TV screen. This wasn't a dull chit-chat about when I lights out was, or where the kitchen was, or anything like that. There was something completely different. The third time you are discharged home, within yourself, there won't be a fourth time. You will never go home again. If you ever want to escape, head towards the B station, not the A station. That I mean, eat nothing. That is the simplest shortcut. You leave the smallest burden on your family that way. It was as if she was packed into the brim with matters I like those. It was probably an oral tradition, relevant only to those who were going to die, and kept by those who come here for that purpose. So it is the duty that you were talking about. And that's
い
right.
つかあなたも
So do remember to perform
初めて
it
来た人には
when you come yourself someday, okay? With those words, she slowly stood up. She casually tosses her long hair, and it gazes me right in the nose.
検温の時間だから。
I have to get my temperature measured, so then she turned her back and started walking down the corridor. Now completely deserted, save for me. The lounge held only the laughter from the TV and white flowers by the windowsill. In the end, she didn't even look at me once. No. Oh, I'm sorry, I think the game got stuck now, so I will stop streaming for now. And hopefully I can do it another time. Thank you for watching. Bye.